Good day, everybody. Welcome back to our trip across Britain on our final leg today. We will be heading here from Sanday up to Unst, I believe it's pronounced, which is up in the Shetland Islands. Running live weather again. Got some nice low clouds, and I've set my local time to 5 o'clock, so it's not dark when we're flying. We want to be able to see things here. Just going to take a look around. There's no real ramps or anything here at this airport, so I want to make sure. Problem is I'm not seeing anybody. This has me a little worried. Let me check a couple things online. I am going to come in again. I won't worry about blanking this out. For some reason I wasn't seeing anyone. Let's go world map. Here's the aircraft flight conditions. All players. AI traffic off. Live weather. Hi, Christian. Good to see you. And North Europe. Okay, so that is all correct. And we are at EGES. Sanday Airport. See tags for everyone showing up now. I am going to load in my flight plan for today and set my time for 5 p.m. Yeah, runway 02, that's fine, we'll go there. Sim won't load into the airport. Interesting. Let's hopefully this doesn't take too long. Alright. So I'm now in. I'm just going to shut everything off at the moment. There we go. All right. And I am not seeing anybody. Well, isn't this interesting? Oh, okay. Air Trooper, I see you there. I'll send you a little message later on. So, Talia, you're here at the airport. I take it there are other people here. And none of you are able to see me. I am not seeing anybody. I got no name tags anywhere. Okay, let's go to options, traffic. Nameplates are on. So I wonder what the issue is now. This is the first time I've had this where I'm not seeing anybody. Well, except Nick, you remember back when we started testing multiplayer when it first came out. We had those issues. Yeah, I'm at a loss. It's go offline for a minute. And okay, we'll go back in. Online. Northern Europe. Okay, well, let's give it a try. And we'll see what happens. Anyway, as you can see, I'm sitting at the end of the airport, so end of the runway. So let's get this thing up and going. All right, so we're on there. Mixture is fully rich. Crack the throttle. Yeah, Thames Tour, I remember that. Let's get these lights off. We'll get the beacon light on, nav light on.
TOS system test. Okay.
A little bit of fuel pump, and we will start her up. And turn on the other screen. I'm just going to go set up our PDF. 14 knot wind. Wow. No, we want option 3. And get rid of the alerts. And get that up and running. Yeah, I'd have yeah. That's going to require me to log out and log back in, though. Okay, let's give that a quick try. So, let's shut this thing down. Alright, so we'll go back to the main menu. Joys of the sim. Alright, so. Come in here. Group mode. Come back. So all players, AI off. Live. We're in the right aircraft. I can see everybody there. They're just not showing up. So go to parking 1. Well, first thing I got to do is load my flight plan. There we go. We're going to go to parking 1. Come in here, make sure we are set. Parking 1 and $1,700. Close enough. Alright, last shot. If it doesn't work, we're just going to have to fly it. Oh, you having issues to me. Alright, so we're over here. Let's see if we can see anyone. Nope. Alright. That's fine. We're just going to get going here. So, Undermaster on. Again, we'll get everything set up where we want it. Clear that. Beacon's on, nav lights on, fuel pump's on. And fuel pump's off. And this is very annoying as it was working on
TOS system test.
Monday.
Okay.
Alright, bring the power up a little bit. You didn't see anyone on Monday. Oh, great. Okay. That's fine. So it's going to be a little tricky for you guys to follow me, but hopefully I'll pop up once we're in the air. And that'll all work. And CDI will go to nav. And we're all set. We're going to bring the power up slightly. So we're here at Sanday Airport. It could be the scenery. Today we're heading off to the Orkneys. We're going to be landing at Unst Airport, which is up in the north end of the Shetland Islands. We're in the Orkneys, and that's where we're going. So the winds are blowing pretty much down the paved runway here, so we're going to head down to the paved runway, and then get ourselves up and ready to go. So parking brake is off. Taxi out. North European server, and we're taking off from EGES. Alright, so we're going to backtrack down to the end of the runway here. Now this is modded airport. So it might be playing into it. But I mean, I had this airport when we landed here last week, so I'm not sure what happened there. Let's get the barrow set properly. And we'll go right down to the end. Strong winds, 14 knots. Alright, so taxi lights are on, strobe lights are on. Landing lights. I'm going to go right down to the end here. And we'll do our turnaround. Yeah, not seeing a single solitary soul. Alright, so we're going to go first notch of flaps for takeoff. Now, just before we go, just so you guys can see where we're headed. Pull up Navigraph. So we're heading from here. We're going to be heading up to the tip of the island here on the last island in the Orkneys. We're going to fly over to this island, and then we're going to head up here, and our flight is going to take us all the way up to the top, and up in this area is where the destination airport is. And it's right there, just outside of Balta Sound. So that's it there. So, and that is the northern tip of the airport, or the island. So you can see where we're headed. Eventually. It is going to be a little bit of a circuitous route as we fly around though. I will give heading and call outs. Definitely. Okay, so we're back in and we are ready to go. Yeah, we're all here, Air Trooper, but there seems to be a problem with the multiplayer. It's not showing people, or only certain people, so just have to try to follow along. I'll try to keep the display up so you can see on the display here where we are. In fact, what I'll do, not that I normally do it for these flights. Come on, give me the... Is I'm going to put the map up there so you can see where we are. And let me go grab the chat. And I'm going to move the chat up so that we can still see it without it overlaying the map. There we go. Alright, so we're going to take off. Initial heading is about 45 degrees. And like I said, we're heading to that first waypoint there, just off the end of the island. That's the Ronald Zay Island. All right, let's get rolling. And because it didn't do it, we're going to go to about 1,500 feet. On the initial altitude. Yeah, I'm all on my own here too as well, so I'm not sure what's exactly happening. Alright, off we go. And we're going to make that turn and start heading out at about 45 degree. Climb going. Alright, with the autopilot on, vertical speed. About 500. Power back. And we'll head into nav mode. I'm not sure exactly what it's doing at the moment. Like it's behaving a little bit weird. Let's see what it picks up on the next next click over. You see, I see you all. Quiet, Siri.
I don't understand. Hey Siri, I see you are. But I can start.
Shut up. Oh, there we go. Turning back on course better now. Alright, so we're at 1,500 feet. We're leveling out. Bring the RPMs up to about... hi, Kevin. Glad you could pop in anyway. Bring the RPMs to about 2,400. I really hope they get this multiplayer stuff sorted out. I'm gonna bring the mixture back. But there, all right. Yeah, Nick, that's about it. Pilot Pad, I don't know, something's going wrong with my multiplayer connection, I think. But anyway, we can see where we are now. So you can follow along. There's that other island we're going to be cutting just to the southeast of it as we head out across the North Sea here. You can see we got some beautiful low-level clouds. We're going to be heading up to the other island, as you can see here in the window. And why did my chat move up? Oh, I know why. Forgot to do that. So while we're cruising out, remember we continue our Tasmania series on Friday, flying the caravans in Tasmania. And we will be doing one leg on that one. Hopefully the multiplayer will work a little bit better. Yeah, Air Trooper, I'm not seeing anyone either. I probably would have to restart the computer or restart the sim, but I think at the moment it's just easier to have the map up so we can kind of fly along as a group and see where we're going. So we're going to be making a slight right turn, and again we're heading up to the island here. And if anyone's using an actual map, that is the island called Fair Isle. So that's kind of our next destination. Yeah, so I'm on Valenta. Okay, yeah. I don't know what's going on. But we're definitely heading out over the North Sea. Through the bank of clouds here. Some wind turbines. It doesn't look like there's much on this island. A couple farms. And then we're going to make that slight right turn. We're heading to the island. It's out over this way. But that may be it right there. Slight turn going in now. So the current heading is about 065 degrees. And I just gotta go close the window. Be right back. All right. So how you guys doing there? I think Nick's following me on Volanta, so if you guys are all following Nick, should kind of work, I guess. Oh, it's nice that when we got out of the clouds here. Gonna have that sun going down. Air Trooper, I think there's a problem with multiplayer with people not showing up. We've had it the past, well, actually since I did the sim update for a few weeks ago. So it's been causing a lot of real problems, and we're all running into that. So I think that's the issue. Like, I'm not seeing anyone here today either, so I don't know. Really can't say at the moment what it is. Hopefully all this type of stuff is being reported to Asobo and that, and they get this sorted out, because it is very frustrating. I don't know. This is all part of the fun, right? I mean, there's been times when the live weather has looked very good for everybody, and apparently now I got clouds behind me. You can see clouds on the horizon. Uh-oh. Okay. Don't fill in for Wayne here and get Nightbot all agitated. No, I've got clouds to me. They're on the horizon. I just seem to be in a clear patch right now. I've got clouds behind me here. I've kind of got clouds all around. But there's Fair Isle, and I think that's the bottom of the Shetlands over there. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with this. Thanks, Air Trooper. We'll get you in and flying one of these days. But yeah, it's really getting frustrating with this stuff. Everyone disappeared for you as well, Talia? Wonderful. Anyway, we can see Fair Isle coming up. Yeah, it's a stupid alarm I had set for something that I forgot came off. It's one of those days. Yeah, Air Trooper, I see your message there. We'll try to get you sorted out. I think it's going to be kind of hit or miss until the next update. Hopefully they fix the multiplayer. Dark, if you're still in here, are they talking about the multiplayer issues in the beta tests and feedback and everything? It's rather odd too, because I've been pretty stable with being able to see everybody, more or less. But it looks like today's my turn. We're still heading 064 on a 2400 RPM and doing about 111.5 knots. We're out here over the beautiful North Sea. Huh, okay. Thanks, Dark. So it was an interesting little news article I saw about the JU-52 being released, and it could be interesting. Make an interesting one for doing some flights in like Northern Africa and Europe and stuff like that. Have to see how that one plays out and how good it is. Well, Oki, I'll tell you, I'm happy, sort of happy that I saw they were delaying World Update 6, and realizing that they've got to fix things. So, that's nice to see that they're doing that. Not sure everything that they're fixing. Hopefully they can make some improvements to stuff. It's definitely an issue with the multiplayer showing up properly. Well, looks like we got a couple more wind turbines out here on Fair Isle. Yeah, I did a helicopter flight of Cairo, I think, doing the pyramids. It's up on my channel. Bird, you love the movies. Yeah, The Brain That Would Not Die. I actually saw that movie when it came out back in the late 70s. So it was a pretty interesting movie back then. Still a B horror movie. So there's Fair Isle. Looks like it's got a little village. There's a lighthouse, or there should be a lighthouse down at the south end. And then there's the little village, you can kind of see it up here, called Stonybreck. There's the lighthouse. See it as we get closer. Rain is popping in. Might have a little dirt strip there. And then over here in this building is the Fair Isle Bird Observatory Lodge. Yeah, little strip here. There's a plane there, or a glider, or a plane, yeah. I'm going to now head north. I'm not sure if you can see it yet, but you can see the Shetlands. No, okay, you like those Italian ones? Yeah, that was one director. He did a series of 4 of them, and I think I got 3 of them. So we've got another lighthouse here on the northern tip. And now we're heading up to the southern tip of the Shetland Islands. We're going to be coming ashore at Sunburn. So as a heading, we're flying 035 at the moment. So I'm trailing the group, am I? Okay, well that's fine. There's the 2 lighthouses. Nice that they actually flash. And Shetlands, here we come. So we are going to be doing a little bit of a, not a crisscross around the islands, but we're going to be following the island. It is a long island that runs north to south. We've got the island of Shell. We've got the island of Yell. We got Unst, which is where we're landing. We got Yell. We've got Shetland. And we've got Main Island, which is where we're going to make fall initially. And we got Bressy as well. So you get some nice scenery, some nice ridges and cliff lines. So goodbye Fair Isle as we head further north. Interesting thing I found out the other day is when you go from, I think, Denmark to Iceland by ferry, the ferry actually comes nice and close to the top end of the Shetlands, and you can see them from the ferry fairly decently as you go by. So I will say it is pretty lonely out here, but hopefully you guys are enjoying the sights as well. Even if we are running in different cloud covers, apparently. Seems like it's a one of these multi-universe things, parallel universes. So as you can see, we're going to come up to that waypoint and then make the turn in, and we're going to fly over the town of Sunburg and follow up through Dunrosness and Sandwick. Just kind of keeping along to the island, seeing the sights as we keep heading north. Too many clouds for you, Oki? You'd think that with the weather, if it was pulling the same data source for everybody, everyone would have roughly the same weather. I guess not. Yeah, he was pretty quick tonight getting that up. Let's see where we're coming ashore. We'll be to the right of this high ground here. And there's a bunch of little towns. Quite a few more than I thought there was up here. I'm not sure what the population of the Shetlands is, but a lot of little towns. Okay, it's busier than I thought. So they're in 2019. Sorry, I'm trying to read chat at the same time. The population of the Shetland Islands was just under 23,000 people, so that's pretty good. Some very nice looking towns there as well. All 1800s with stone buildings and everything. Fishing boats. Looks really, really cool. Have to add it to my list to visit. The balance around the longitudinal axis seems off. Yeah. It's constant tweaks, and we've seen some developers say that they changed things they didn't know they were changing, and that was one of the issues with the CRJ was they made whatever changes they made had a major impact on it, and it took them a while to get that sorted out. And then Just Flight having to cancel their add-on for AI traffic because something that had been public or that the developer could access from the start they went in and locked it out, so they couldn't access it anymore. You got Nightbot didn't like your caps there. Here, I'll put it in for you. Hang on. Should be a more up-to-date one than that. That's better. I'll take that one out. So it looks like the winds are out of the north and the weather is at a 1,400 foot clouds. Not sure about the direction of the airport, but we'll take a look at it when we get there. Yeah, see, Wayne's not here, so I guess Nightbot was feeling a bit lonely. So he decided to get after Oki today. See, Oki, on your first time out, I managed to trim down the blacklist of words down to about 6 or 7, and you picked one of them, so there you go. Yeah, I think it is, because I've got clouds right about my level here, so. We're going by some hills, though, so I don't want to get too high. That's the thing. So we're heading off this way in a second. Town of Sumberg should just be in about here. Let's see if I can get Nightbot to do something productive. I'll be surprised if it comes back with anything. Okay, well, bit of the wrong airport, but it tried. So any second now we're going to make the turn. See Wayne, really? There's the village. over there. And here we go. Welcome to the Shetlands. So this is the airport they were saying had 1,400 foot overcast on the Medar. Very interesting. It's not what my live weather is giving me. But we've made it. Yeah, Shetland ponies are pretty cool. Engine died. Uh-oh. Sounds like Spitfire problems. There's the airport here at the bottom of the Shetlands. Fair sized one. Really good sized terminal as well. Got a helicopter here on the ramp. Again, these are add-on airports from flightsim.to. This is the little town of Urki. We're going to head up the side here. Some beautiful views of Shetland. And fishing villages and farms. So it takes 7 hours let's see. Oh no, it takes more than 7 hours. Well, depending on which ferry you take. 7 hours minimum to go from Aberdeen up to Shetland here by ferry. I'd go for the 1 terabyte. At this point, with the way things are going, go big or go home. You want to have room for the future. I'm running it on a 1 terabyte drive, and it's the only thing on it. It's on my gaming system, and it's the only game I've got on it right now. So a 1 terabyte drive would do you fine on an SSD drive. obviously we're going to follow along the coast here. Coming up, this is the little town of Sandwick. Just going to keep flying right overhead. Yeah, I think next year I'm going to take the bike down there and do the Cabot Trail on the bike. Yeah, I've got two 1 terabyte drives right now. I may get a third one put in later on. Go for like a 4 terabyte or something as a data storage drive. We'll see. Let's see some lovely scenery here. I was doing some elevation checks, and 1,500 feet should do fine for the entire trip. Yeah, I drove it when I was in my teens, well, with the family. So I remember it well. Drove it twice actually, within a couple of years of each other, but that was a long time ago. So. Are we gonna get the race in Mitsubishi? What are you talking about, Chumi? I haven't heard of this. I know they've had cars that you can like do and move around in and stuff, but they have something for a race. I tell you, I got a friend that's down there right now, and her and her partner are touring around and posting a lot of photos, so it's bringing back a lot of memories. And I love the East Coast. It's a beautiful part of Canada. Right, here's the big hill we're going over, and this is the community of Alceder. Kind of turn here and then head across this little bay up towards Lerwick. No, Chumi, I haven't. Throw the link in the Discord or something, and I'll take a look at it. But, no, that's new to me. Oh, excellent. I'm on the widescreen. No pressure on me for my landing then. No, but I saw that, Christian. Yeah, that looks pretty funny. I wonder how long you can fly for. Oh, see, Pilot Pat, you just posted your photo of everybody with their name tags, and it's making me sad that I can't see everybody. Oh, glad it looks good for you there, Air Trooper. Dark's gone down. Uh-oh. Did Dark have a, did he have a crash, or did he have, like, crash his plane? Drivable car, Mitsubishi Pajero. Interesting. Yeah, we'll see, Air Trooper. We'll see. So, Chumi, have you tried out the car? How's it handled? I think we could do a race on an airfield, one of the triangular ones, with like the old World War II airfields. Oh, Dark, you ran out of fuel. Oh no. There's the town of Lerwick ahead as we continue up the coast. We're going to kind of cut inwards now and move over to the left side. Once we get up just beside the town, and we're going to head up on a little bit of a northeast or northwest. You can see here on the map. Tell you, yeah, I read that. I've been there a few times. It's funny, the first time I went there, well, I'd been there when it was an active base, but back a number of years ago when I went with a friend, and I saw the name that that they've called it now, Loch Sloy. That is that's actually my clan battle cry, and turns out the owner is, the same Scottish clan as me, so. Rather interesting. Okay, we got an airport over there. I can see the lights. Yeah, I did some training there as well in the glider back in my Air Cadet days. Here's the town of Lerwick coming up. See, we got some looks like some ferries and some boats here. Wonder if this is the town that the major ferry port is in. Yeah, I never did my license in the cadets, although I did go up and fly a few times. My flying and stuff came much later in life when I had to pay for it out of my own pocket. Nice view of the town. Little fishing trawler and looks like a ferry boat and what could be a LNG ship and another ferry boat over there. Fly the A380 Air Trooper. Well, not too many airlines are going to be flying that now. Although luckily I was just reading that Emirates is keeping their A380 to Toronto. So someday I'd like to go to Dubai, fly it out there. Yeah, definitely an LNG ship and some other ships, fishing trawlers. That looks like a cruise ship. Alright, so we're heading further north. A real nice view of the Shetland Islands here. do love how you got the photo of the wind turbine and then the 3D model of the wind turbine. That's true. Don't have to switch fuel tanks. Although I have flown airplanes where we have had to monitor the fuel, so I've done both. Enjoy the views out the window here, or across the aircraft as we head into the more rugged interior. Oh, Christian, that's pretty bad. You ordered a new card, didn't you? When do you expect to get that one in? BA's bringing their A380s back? Oh, interesting. Yeah, I flew a lot in the Piper Super Cup, and that's one you had to constantly try to keep the tanks balanced because it's such a light airplane that you could actually feel it when it got way out of balance. Well, oh, that's a pretty good turnaround, Christian. Pretty good. Lots of little communities scattered around. And the winds are still out of the north. Still saying overcast at 1,400 feet. I'm not seeing it. Some of you guys were, apparently. How are we doing for fuel? Yeah, we're all right. Roughly 30 miles away. In the barren, windswept landscape. It's neat how only at 1,500, oh, there's our shadow. 1,500 feet, we can see that coast up there, and we can kind of make out the coast over there. .30 time on the A380. Wow. Where do you fly to? I'm assuming it's from where you live down to Dubai, or from Dubai out. I'm not exactly sure where you are. But it's a lot of flights on that aircraft. So I couldn't find anything in Navigraph for this airfield. I did find some references online, but it said it was a disused airfield. So I'm not sure what we're going to be seeing when we get there. Emirates to Bangkok. Okay. So I think this is the town of Shetland. The bottom of this inlet. I'm going to turn a little bit more to the west and fly kind of up over this ridge here. Then we're heading out to by a town called Bray. We're going to make a hard right and then fly up along that channel there. The code for the field is EGPW. It entered into my overlay for the flight data, but Navigraph said no. So I don't know. No, I've not been on the A380. I haven't been on the A350 or the 787. I haven't gone on a long trip in at least 7 years now. I've done shorter ones in Canada. I've flown on the 320s and 737s, but nothing to Europe and nothing out of North America. I was supposed to last year, but COVID kind of shut that down. First class, now you're getting me all jealous. We're going to be flying by here. You can see the liquid natural gas ships. These are all coming out of the North Sea oil fields. This is the Solemn Vo oil terminal. Let's go outside again. See it right there. So I'm guessing they're bringing oil in from the deep sea derricks that are out there, drilling platforms, and then it's processed and shipped out of here. Canada's great, but you got to remember it's a big place. 5.5 time zones. Very different. Very different culturally and geographically. So the East Coast is very Celtic orientated. Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, New Brunswick, and all that stuff. So a lot of Scottish, Irish type of vibes. Beautiful coastal countryside. Then you get Quebec, of course, French, very French language and culture. Of course, Quebec City being like the oldest city in North America. That's over 400 years old. So you have that. Ontario, where I am, a lot of lakes and rivers and pretty flat. And then you get out to Manitoba, western Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta is very much the prairies, farm country. And then you get out to the west coast, BC. You can get the Rocky Mountains and very mountainous and all that stuff. So it's quite the variety. It takes quite a while to get across it if you're driving. Yeah, I live in the Toronto area, so that's where I am. Just made the right turn now, heading at about a 40-degree heading. Yeah, the thing about Ontario is once you get north, it turns into wilderness very quickly. Doing a lot of my flying up north, and it was always rocks, trees, and water. Very beautiful, especially in the fall when you get the colors. Oh, the Ontario woodlands when they change is pretty impressive because it's not a lot of pine trees; it's a lot of deciduous. There probably is, Kevin. I mean, there's a lot of communities. We have if you go out towards Kitchener, there's a very German area, a lot of German restaurants and a German heritage out there. I'm sure there is, but I haven't heard of it formally as an area. So you can see the oil works there off to the left. This Solomvo oil terminal. And then once we cross over here, we're going to be heading out into the what's called the North Islands, or North Isles, and that's the island of Yell, Y-E-L-L, kind of the main one up here. And then we're going to go past it. We're going to be landing up on Unst, which is the northernmost island and the northernmost airfield, I believe. There's lots to do, Air Trooper. Hey, if you go back into my some of my sightseeing videos, I did a flight with Willie Canuck out in the Rockies, flying little single-engine airplanes where we chatted about what we were seeing. So, if you want to go see what the Rockies look like, you can go take a look at that video. See if I can find it. There we go. I just put the link in the chat there for you, Air Trooper. If you want to take a look at it. Of course, once this stream is over, I don't want you to leave yet. Yeah, trail. I've done Moncton to Toronto many years ago for my brother's wedding. I do want to take the train from Toronto to Vancouver. I may just go back out east and do the whole thing in one shot. Fly and go Halifax to Vancouver on the train. I know it's 3 different trains, but Kevin's gone down in his spit. Uh-oh. We get the sea rescue up. I'm not worried about flying due to the pandemic. I'm just not flying right now because it's a pain in the ass to go through the whole process and do the all the tests and the clearance. It's just not worth it at the moment. So this is the little community of, I think it's Copister. And Bravo is over here, not Bravo, sorry, Bavaro. Bravo, something like that. But we're going to make a turn here and we're going to head up along the coast of the island, as you can see, as it carries on up in that direction. And this is the outer island. I'm not sure what that one is called. Let's see. It is, I don't know, a couple little towns on it. Don't know if it actually has a name or not. I'm sure it does. Stalled, recovered, stalled again. That's not good. Dr. Magic, hi. Didn't see you pop in there. Good to have you here. Glad you could join us here on the last leg of our Britain end-to-end series. Yeah, I tell you, I was looking at doing going around the U.S. by train. So taking the, going down. Probably leave out of Montreal, go to New York, then New York to Florida, and then go across the southern states out to California, up the Pacific coast, back across the top, and then maybe wrap it up doing the Southwest Chief or something like that. And then maybe the Louisiana up to Chicago, but I don't know. Not doing it right now, that's for sure. Yeah, very desolate, very barren, very rugged. That's another one that would be beautiful in the fall, going through the Hudson Valley there in the fall. There's the other island, big one out there. Basically, we're gonna go right across here to Unst Island, and then up and around, and then into the airport. Well, Air Trooper, I'll tell you, trains here in North America are nothing like the trains you get in Europe. European trains are a lot better. So I hope everyone else is doing okay. Still don't see a single solitary person. So obviously multiplayer is broken for me today. So we're going to try to land on a northward airport. Let's see if we can find a diagram of the airport. Alright, what do we got for runways here? We got a runway 12, we got a runway 30. Both are hard surfaces, both are 2,100 feet. Airport elevation is 54 feet. Alright, so we're going to want to land on runway 30 since the winds are out of the north right now up here in Shetlands. It's pretty much going to be a crosswind when we come in, and the winds are 10 knots, so this could be a little interesting. So as a reference, we're going to set our heading bug to 30, just to give me a visual indicator of where the runway is. See, we're gonna, once we get over, we're gonna start to loop out, and then we'll come in. We're gonna be heading roughly that direction anyway, so shouldn't be too hard to line up on the runway. You're in Spain in the high-speed trains, yeah. UK's okay. Better train service to all the places, and that's one of the things I miss is being able to get places by train. Here, trains only run down the main corridors; don't have branches going out everywhere, which is a bit of a pain. And Christian, I don't know. I got a feeling they've probably got those little short stone walls everywhere out here, so I bet you'd end up plunking into a wall somewhere. Alright, so it's wow. Really hesitating there. Let's zoom in a little bit. See where we're headed. So the airport should be somewhere up around there. So we're going to come down now to 1,000 feet. Get ready for our approach in. Yeah, I tell you, that's true. Traveling has become a lot harder. All right, so we're coming in. Hopefully, you guys are in the same area and are going to be landing as well. Don't see the airport yet, but it's not too far off. Oh, no, I think I see it right there. See some lights flashing. I'll come back over here. Bring chat back down where it should be. Keep our descent going. So it's on the other side of this little ridge line here. Okay, so Kevin, you're down. Excellent. There's, you can see the little walls there, although not quite as restrictive as it is over in down in the mainland UK, but definitely see the stone walls everywhere. All right, so we're almost down to 1,000 feet. See some buildings as we're getting ready to come in now. See if I can see the airfield. Behind this ridge here. See the winds are 17 knots, 9 degrees. Going to be a bit of a crosswind. Alright, so we're coming into the circuit. We'll get our landing lights on. So, next week we have a 1-episode special as I prep the next series. And that is going to be flying in Hawaii. We're going to be flying twins. So if you want to get your twin practice in, next week we're going to do a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, landing at all the airports. So it's going to be a long stream, but it should be good. All right, airport is in sight. Autopilot's off, coming around. A little mixture full. Start bringing the power back. Get our speed coming down. There we go. See that wind coming in from about a quartering wind at the moment. Let's get the speed down. There's white arc. First notch of flaps in. Second notch of flaps in. Try to hold her at 65 knots. Dealing with that crosswind, try to get ourselves back on track.
500.
Short runway, 500 feet. Speed's increasing. Nice crab going now. 65 knots. Sure, the wind off the side of this hill right here is going to bump me around a little bit. That's fine. 60. Kick the rudder. And we are down. Welcome to Unst. All right, let's get the flaps all the way up. Looks like we have a taxiway out here. Just some buildings. Let's turn around and see what's up at the other end. Hello, Wayne. Yeah, looks like we have a little hangar building over there, so we'll head up there. Taxi light on. Flaps are up. Bit of a crosswind, and of course you had the wind piling up against the hill here, which added to it. So it became a little bit of a push as we came in. Crosswind was getting up near the limits for this airplane, but maybe 3/4 of the way there, so it was a bit of a handful. What we got here? And here we are. Thus ends the tour of Britain. And of course, we'll be carrying on. So once again, next week we are flying twins in Hawaii. Hopefully this multiplayer works. If I have these problems again, we might not do it that night, but that's fine. Let's get the parking brake on. And we can shut down the aircraft. So mixture's back, throttle's back, switches are off. Master avionics and all lights. And here we are. Well, guys, thank you very much for flying along, those of you who have, and thank you very much for joining us in the stream. It's been a great flight. Got to see a lot of the UK, and we will see a lot more as we carry on. Next, we're in Hawaii, as I said, next week, and our next stream is on Friday, where we continue on with our Transylvania. Tasmania tour on Friday. So yeah, Wayne, multiplayer's been acting up. I haven't seen anybody this entire flight. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. We'll see you all on the next one. Bye for now.